speaking?
I haven't included it yet. I'm on a lap.
Retrobate. You on TT? Right, speaky.
Hello, you cunts.
Yep.
Oh, finally. Return to garage. That's way too loose on the back end. I figure out what setup works better. You know what, this is a bit of a stretch, but let's see if that works.
bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say
Right. Let's see where we're at. I need to. Let's wait everybody to ready up. 15 seconds to go. Wenlock wins. Well, let's get a prediction, see who we got poll in the chat. I'm going to quickly try and sign into my own account on my phone. And we have a dry qualifying by the looks of it. Why are you not in the poll list? I can't fit everyone in, so I put the ones that are the quickest in pre-season. Well, as the season goes on, if you get close to getting polls and you're up there at the top, I'll include you on them. Or I'll actually think ahead and I will add every driver into the poll. Let's just do it last minute.
Okay, probably could have been back a little bit earlier, but we're here now. Okay.
We are on and we are live.
Live, aren't we?
F1 League of South Africa. This is going to be fun. Well, thanks for joining us. Harry. Harry. Really? F1 League of South Africa is Harry.
Harry,
Camera
go
off
back to South
for
Africa.
qualifying. Everyone's going to be on the same tyres, so let's have...
Oh, we need like an intro thing. Like for the next race, we need the intro, and then as soon as the intro ends, we go into this fucking like monologue thing before everything starts, and I reckon that'll be loads better. I think one of the Ferraris is coming out, one of the Red Bulls, and that looks like it.
Who's first on track is going to be the Red Bull.
I think it might be Rookie.
Yeah, he's on an hour lap, it says. I think a Haas has just got out ahead of him, actually.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No, I'm blind. Right, so we'll go up to Rookie's on board, first car on track. You commentate the South African... Right, okay. Each to their own there.
A little bit of a snap from...
So, looking at the poll at the minute, we've got one vote on Harry and someone's put 5.8k on Heat and Carp to get poll. Ooh.
Well, you've lost all of your money.
Did you reckon it's a good idea? Go and have a vote in the...
I think it
Twitter.
will probably go to Wenlock, T-Ordat, potentially Sarge, to be honest. They're my three. They're my top
I think
three.
Arash Alonso. Arash Alonso's got a good chance.
I
in
have
thirdness.
some good things about Arash Alonso. Some little niggly bits as well, but there's not really a mass amount to say he's good. He's got good pace. There's no denying that. He's pretty high in the time trial list, especially considering he's in tier 2. But for me, the race pace isn't there. Overall, a Rookie's on-boy crosses the line to start his lap without turning his hot lap mode on. His lights still flashing.
Double. To be honest, 'cause
Still
in
flashing.
my head I've been thinking of doing double warm-up laps, purely because the tyres take ages to warm. So after 2 laps, my tyres get to about 95 degrees, which is like peak performance for my setup. He does a 20.5 in the first sector though.
Well, that's a pretty competitive lap even by tier 1 standards, to be honest. Exit at turn 7. Most places people are probably going to lose it. Exit at turn 9. Here's turn 8 now going into turn 9. Exit here. Exit at turn 7 going on to that straight. Exit at turn 2 is pretty tricky around here as well. And then there's the invalidation through 13 and 14, the last chicane. Catches a lot of people out, even the best of the best. It catches them out. It looks like his car's floating, but it's just the glare off the track as it's so damn warm here in Canada.
Yep. Directly behind him, I think, is Baz Brains. I think. he'll set the benchmark of a
13.4.
And then that'll surely be beat by a
Baz
12.2 by Baz.
Very good lap. Very good lap.
2 seconds faster. Sarge with a 12.2 as well, 71.
I'm not expecting to see any massively quick laps in these first couple of laps, as Rookie's on boy has dropped it, so they've got to be careful coming out of pardon me, out of turn 4 going into turn 5. Got an Alfa Romeo behind him. See if he can stay out of the way. TR that from 11.8. I am solidifying my point to TR that potentially get a pole here.
So I've just jumped on board with Ernest AMG, just starting a lap. While everybody else completes their flying laps, we'll sit on board with Ernest and see how he does.
Maybe a little bit of a
driver,
distraction.
but he's not kept up with the pace of the tier 1 drivers on this game.
Yeah, we've got to try and make it fun for everybody here at AERL and make sure everybody has a good time. Wouldn't want anybody
He's
getting
getting a good run for his money this season, hopefully as well.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean,
I wasn't expecting to go to tier 1, but again, he wasn't quite
confident
matching the pace of the tier 1 drivers on this new game. Purple second sector by Erdness, apparently.
It potentially could be a ghost sector though, yeah. Good exit out of 11.
With an 11.7.
Okay, all I need now,
Half a tenth faster than
all I need
now.
now is Sarge to get P3, and there's my top 3, and I will get £100,000 because you would owe me. He's turned his hot lap off. I don't know whether he's aborted the lap and he's going again. He is. Erdness has aborted that
ran
lap.
out.
Potentially ran out. An 11.722. Tight at the top. Very tight at the top. Mind you, these are first laps, so I'm not expecting to see anything massively spectacular.
Sharad goes into the pits. Tyrant bombs into the pits of the Williams. Infamous Harry looks like he's just coming down the back straight now. Finishing his lap. Where do we reckon he'll come?
Howie
Takes a really wide angle into the...
I reckon Infamous Howie will get around the mid-pack. He might get around the 10th mark. When everybody's done the lap, I reckon he'll probably be somewhere around 10th.
Carp is finishing his lap. Let's see where he gets. 11.4.
Oh, pole position, provisional pole position for Carp. As it's unbelievably coincidental that Erdness AMG has somehow managed to get in the Mercedes AMG.
I know.
Very strange, very strange. It's like when me and Cap did the race at Silverstone, and then the next day we both got picked.
Retired.
We got picked as teammates. He did manage to set a lap though, so everyone will have to
Beat him.
everyone will have to beat him to get ahead. Yeah.
I'm sat on board with Philbo right now.
I've just gone around with Sarge. He looks like he's just may have impeded the Williams ahead of him. I'm not sure who that was.
The hairpin.
There is, yeah, they're all off track.
And someone's round.
It looks like an Alfa Romeo.
Heaton car. Sharad is in the pit though.
No, Arash Alonso and
See
Mr.
what Philbo
O'Shoot's getting a little bit saucy out of...
Everyone's quite close. And Philbo invalidates in the last chicane.
7, like I say, it's massive invalidation point.
11.7, so he would have been up there in the top 3 or 4. Even.
You got a better
Bunch
for a
of
pole
hinges.
time, roughly pole time?
Pole time,
I reckon it'll probably get like an 11 dead.
Near, close to 11 dead, yeah.
Yeah, very close to an 11 dead. Arash Alonso is either starting a lap or he's going in the pits. It looks like he is just about to start a quick lap.
Was in the 13.9, sorry. So that puts him in P13. Mr. O'Shoots. Ducati rider is the one, but he's invalidated that lap. Philbo's invalidated, so Mr. O'Shoots has just started a lap. He's the only one not to set a lap that's out there.
Yellow flag in sector 3 and McLaren. I think that's Wenlock going slow through the final chicane, just try and get a better exit. So both the Alpines are on a lap. One of the Williams is off at turn 6.
Ooh, that's going to LMP Mr. Shoots if they don't go
He's
that way
off
quickly.
track. He is off track, so that's okay.
That's alright then.
There's the only remaining Alpha Tauri comes round. That's TR. That is he on a quick lap. Looks like he is on a push. Is he going to improve? Oh, marginally just skeets over the skeets. And he's 0.124 through the second sector at the moment, as someone's just done a lap that's shot them up into the top, but I couldn't see who that was. I think it might have been Rookie. It was Rookie. Baz hasn't improved. Let's see if TRDAC can keep it valid through the final corners. Oh, a bit squirrely on the exit. Is he going to improve? He does improve. It's 4.97. 9 minutes left in his qualifying session. The 3 drivers yet to set a lap. There's Ducati rider who somehow can't get a valid lap in, even though he is on a quick lap at the moment.
God! Look who's in chat. Heather.
No!
Where the hell have you been, mate?
Big Ryan's here. No, mate. What either? It has been a long
Where the hell
damn
have you
time.
been, Ryan?
Man, you're still in the Discord. Drop a message in the Discord, bro.
Oh, indeed. Right, who should we sit on board for actually?
Yeah, I don't know who's on a lap and who isn't. Philbo is on another out lap. He's one of 2 drivers yet to set a lap, and Tyrant still hasn't come out of the
Infamous
garage
Howie's
yet.
just started. Yeah, Tyrant messaged me. He's having a bit of an issue with the. It won't let him use manual gears. The setting's locked. Infamous Howie invalidates, and I've been sat on my foot.
Move
So
to
yeah.
Mexico. I can't tell if he's being serious or not.
You moved to Mexico. Ryan, go back to Scotland.
How's a guy from Scotland going to survive in Mexico?
I know,
He's gone from one of the
Nicholson's
coldest
retired.
places in the world to one of the warmest places in the world. So, what?
Third chicane? I don't know, the 7th chicanes.
Bilbo's just starting his lap. Is the Alfa Romeo going to stay out of his way in the pit lane? Marginally, but yes, he does. Oh, very squirrely out of turn 4. 5, slow down at 50.6, throw it, you can ride that curve more than you think, not the second curve on the right hand side of that wall when you're turn the power down from straight towards turn 8, under the bridge, braking just under the bridge, try and cut as much of the corner as you can get away with and cut the other side as well without unsettling the car too much. I am sat on board with Bilbo, and Tyrant has left. Bilbo apparently just set the past the second sector.
We'll go board with them, then Tyrant actually the estimated section race style. You know, you got race style with like custom, casual and all that. They locked year assist.
Oh, was he locked in casual?
Casual. Yeah, so he's have to leave the session to go sort it out. Bilbo goes into the world champion. So it will be a valid lap. Yeah, he's 6. So good, even though he clarted the wall.
It's got to be about 4 or 5 tenths in that at least. Chris has said the game volume's a bit loud, so chuck it down to 80.
Oh. 2 tenths.
And
It was. Alright, so who else is on a fast lap? Where's Keaton Carter actually? He's 2 seconds down, but it's invalidated, so we'll come back to him. Baz Brains, 7 tenths down. Erdness is coming through to finish a lap, where he's 2 tenths off, I think I saw. I should push him up. Good.
Chris, tell us if the game
Ooh.
volume was any better. Just AMG, only just. Pips Sarge by 12,000 for the second. 22,000 to the second, but I can't do maths.
Wenlock is on a validation. Infamous Harris 13 seconds down. Ducati right there has just started their lap. Let's see where he goes.
He's currently P11.
We'll go back to him because there's people like Aris Alonso is finishing a lap now. He's half a second off apparently. So that should put him to a few places. So 12.3 puts him up to 12.
I think Wenlock might just be starting a lap.
Right, we'll sit on board with Wenlock and see how he does. The Tier 2 champion of Season 1. Let's see how he does in Season 2.
Go down one more, click on volume or up on my right. We'll stick on board with his lap.
We'll stay on board with this lap and then we'll finish it. We'll sort it out at the end of qualifying. Because I've just halved the game volume on Twitch. So, ooh, caps the wall slightly there. Is he up in sector 1? He's up by
10th and a half. 10th and a half up.
10th and a half is
Just keep the traction through turn 7. Very nice.
someone else has just moved up, I think. Who was it?
I think it might have been Ducati Rider, to be honest. He's gone a nice
Ducati
P5.
Rider up to 5th.
Oh, Wenlock gets a bit squirrely out of turn 9.
Must be my connection, but the whole car's shaking all over the straight. It's 3.5 tenths up now.
I think it might be his connection, to be honest, because mine's doing the same thing. Three and a half tenths up. He can get a good run through the chicane. Could potentially be running
see
on
if
the
he can
pole
do it.
position.
Indeed.
Oh, very deep, very deep.
Deep, but he managed to get through it and didn't invalidate.
He got
so
through it, but he's going to lose so much time.
12 dead. He lost heaps of time there.
He's not going to get round to do
About
another
half
lap.
a second there. Could. There's 2.5 minutes left of the session, so he could go to the
There is, but he's got to go round.
Fuel.
He's got to go round on no fuel.
El Pizzle is up by 2 tenths, coming into the last chicane, actually. And he did well in here, in Tier 1 as well, didn't he, actually? I think he took pole here.
El
in
Pizzle?
Tier 1.
Yeah,
Tier 2,
he
sorry.
was pole here in Tier
pole
2
in
last
Season
year,
1.
and then he didn't go off the line,
Ooh,
and everybody went mental.
11.4.
Pip stealed that by 1,000th of a second. Yeah, last year here, when he raced for Aston Martin's obviously been moved to Red Bull now. Didn't go off the start, and there was a massive pile-up at the start of the race because his lights didn't work at the same rate as everybody else's. Let's hope we don't get any of that this time round.
Right, everybody, we've got a couple minutes left of qualifying. There's a yellow flag everywhere at the minute. But
It looks like there's an Alpha
prediction
Tauri
in
spun. Oh, T.R.Dat's spun on the
That's
pit
everybody
straight.
stopped.
T.R.Dat's spun on the pit straight. Is he going to get in the way of the Aston Martin? No, he doesn't.
Eaton Carper's retired. Did he retire in the pits?
He did.
I think so.
His rookie's on board.
Rookie's on board with an 11-1. Ooh. Didn't expect that one.
No, I can't see either either, to be honest.
Erdness is on a outlap. Sarge, let's see how his first sector is. He's up by 75 thousandths. Invalidates, so that's his qualifying over. El Pizzle goes into the pit, so that's his qualifying over. TR.Dat is invalidated, so that's his over. Where is Wenlock all the way down in 9th? He's in the pits, so that is his day over. Infamous Howie's just starting a lap. So Wenlock is not
Doesn't
going to get
look
pole
like
today.
anyone can beat TR.Dat to the line.
Tyrant is out, finally. He's on a lap. We'll actually sit on board with Tyrant and see how he does. 43.4 on the second sector.
I can see rain.
I wonder if it's going to be rain during the race.
Well, probably not. It's set in the next
It
day.
is. It is raining.
Spilbo!
slightly greasy.
He's round on the exit of the chicane.
Tyrant manages to keep it out the wall, and he goes across the line, doing a 12.7, which puts him up to 16th. Which is an improvement. Munchy Hinge is half a second up, apparently, for going across the line to do a 13.2. Stays in the same position, but improves. Irish Alonso is
3/10 up. He could potentially get a 12 dead, but he invalidates on the last corner. Infamous Howie.
Infamous Howie.
He's a 10th up, going through the second sector split, I believe. Let's see if he can jump to the line. What's he going to get? He stays where he is.
12-1.
Okay, so that's your grid.
AMG has gone into the pits, actually, and Rookies on boy is 3/10 down, so that is qualifying done. Rookies on boy, the reserve, takes P1. Ooh.
A super sub.
Makes it spicy. Well, Tyrant and Shroud, though, we're talking in Discord about having a good race because they're both using no assists, and so far Tyrant has the upper hand.
Very nice.
When
you say no
the rain
assist,
is coming down.
Glad
Apparently they're not using any assists whatsoever.
not even a line. Not even a line.
Don't think so. Don't know yet. Don't actually know. Well, that shows me, to be honest, because Rookies on boy wasn't even in the prediction.
Yeah, my predictions are 3rd, 9th, and 3rd, 9th, and 6th. 369. So that's qualifying over. Just wait for Rookies on boy to go into the pits, and then we can run through the grid order for the race. So after a pretty thrilling qualifying, we've got Rookies on boy, American, unless he's not American, in first position and on pole with an 11.125, closely behind Ernest AMG. Next row down is Sarge. Heating Cop on the second row. The third row is El Pistol and Tiardat. Making up the fourth row is Ducati rider Baz Brains. And rounding off the fifth is Wenlock and Infamous Howie. 11th place Philbo Baggins alongside Mr. O'Shoots. Behind them is Arash Alonso and Harry Bartram, who crashed out in the early on in the session. Next row down in P15 we've got Mickelson's and Tyrant Barrog, and we're in 17th and 18th Munchy Hinge and Mr. Old School, and 19th and 20th it's Stickman and Sharad. 4 Americans in the bottom 4.
Right, let's make sure nobody readies up.
Let's hope not, eh? Now, just from looking on here, there's some dark clouds. Let's see if we can see what tyres people are going on. No, it's just going to... Race director's not going to work. Okay. It's not showing me so far, but... It looks like everybody but Wenlock is starting on the medium tyres. Wenlock is on the softs.
Ooh.
I'm probably looking to get a very good...
Well, Heating Corp has put a message in, and the auto mod has hidden it because he used language that is not allowed. But he did say he was 2/10 up in the second sector, and then he effed it up at the next corner. So, yeah. Let's get a prediction in chat though. I won't put a prediction up yet. I'll put it up further in the race. But let's someone ready it up. Who did it?
If somebody can... Oh, it was Ducati.
Ducati. Again. Right.
Well then, it looks like somebody's got penalty coming their way for the session. Arash Alonso starting on the hards. Everybody but Arash Alonso and Wenlock are starting on the mediums. Wenlock on the softs, Arash Alonso on the hards as they go away, I believe. There's no formation laps. We've got 1 lights, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights.
Remember away we go? Delay, maybe? Delay?
Oh, there we go.
Right, they're all going. Right, okay. We finally got on the way. Everybody's off.
Oh, three-way battle into turn one. This is a bit spicy. Oh, as Sarge completely just cuts the whole of the first corner.
Rookie Zombo has dropped down Urban's AMG.
Oh dear, Harry Bartram getting a little bit squirrely out of the...
Quickly run through, and everybody seems to be pointing the right way still, which is great.
Definitely better than last
but
year.
The closest battle at the minute is Mr. O'Shoots on Bads, but then again, everybody's close as hell. Wenlock has dropped down. Irish Alonso has left the session.
It looks like Munchie Hinge has dropped it out of turn 5. Turn 7, sorry.
Munchie Hinge has dropped off the back of everybody. He is...
Infamous Howie and Harry Bartram along with
Mickelson.
Mickelson.
Infamous Howie, and there's a big pile up, and everyone is... Ooh, God. Well, 3 cars. Definitely going to be a safety. The safety cars are already out.
Irish Alonso with a 5-second penalty. I think Al Pizzle might have got a penalty as well. 5-second penalty as well.
Yep.
Now it told me that Wenlock's starting on the softs, but Pizzle is on the softs. As there's 1,000 cars coming down the straight with no front wing. So how many have we got in the pits?
In my view, then someone clarted the water champions. Right, so Ernest AMG is leading us with Sarge and Heaton Carpal went P3. Let's get the positions up and see who gained the most positions. Stickman gained 12 positions there.
Always
Sharon
a man of
from
mad
last
consistency.
is 10.
Always a man of good
Mr.
consistency.
Also with a 3-second penalty. Yep. 5-second penalties have been served. Mr. Old School has just picked up a 3-second penalty.
No doubt for track
Tyrant
limits. A lot of people will
Bollock
probably
up to
say.
8th.
A lot of people probably say with the penalties that you get on safety cars that they should be taken off, but you're in control of your car, so the only person that there is.
So I think this one will be shoved into the stewards room because all 3 drivers that have been DNF'd are all going, what the hell? So something must have happened. I think someone must have been squeezed a bit too much onto a curb and spun. And then everybody has just collided.
Potentially, probably have the safety car out until...
Yeah.
A lot of people have probably gone into the hards, to be honest. Oh no!
Most have gone to softs.
Maybe expecting a pretty decent getaway as Mr. O'Shoots has gone onto the hards and Wenlock's gone onto the hards. Maybe they're looking to extend to the end of the race. This TR Dat is going unbelievably slow. Yeah, Wenlock on the hard tyres, El Pizzle on the mediums, Irish Alonso on the softs, who's just rejoined. And doesn't look like he's taking control of his car yet, because that's definitely some AI racing line.
Who's this? Irish Alonso?
Yeah.
No, I will invite him.
Yeah, he's rejoined. He is in the session. It's just...
Is it?
Yeah, he's just not taken over his car yet, I think.
He says he's trying.
I was just about to say, they just came up with a new warning on the top saying yellow flag. Sector 1, 2 and 3. I was about to say we have a yellow flag, but then I realised the safety car's out, so...
So, Irish Alonso is catching up to the back of the pack now. They'll finish, they'll do this one more lap.
Safety car in this lap as soon as Irish Alonso goes through that Sector 2 detector, Sector 2 finish.
Right, so, we're going to sit on board with Heaton Carl in P3 and see how this restart goes. Infamous Howie's left the session as he is out.
One of the drivers that did DNF.
Goodness has gone.
Oh, he must have caught everybody unawares. He has, yeah.
1.2 people out there.
1.1 seconds already.
Anybody down the order? Yellow flag again.
Oh, there is a Looks like everybody's got going quite nicely. There's William, Munchie Hinge, and Mr. Rose shoots are going wheel to wheel through turn 3.
Yeah, Philbo's looking to pounce on that on them soft tyres. Let's keep an eye on this battle.
Oh, as Mr. Munchie Hinge goes
Williams
straight
hits
into the wall.
Now Philbo will get a good run. Now,
Oh, he needs to be
Mr.
careful though, he needs to be careful. He's spun round!
He's spun round.
Philbo with him, oh no! Looks like Philbo can't catch a break at the moment. Why is Munchie Hinge not moving off of his... Looks like it was good enough not to need a VSC or a safety car, but it's unlucky for Munchie Hinge and even more unlucky for Philbo.
Tyrant are going at it. Up a P7 and P8.
Looks like Tyrant's got way more straight line speed. I wonder how many...
Tyrant's flying.
Judging by that, Stickman's got a barn door attached to the back of his car.
Shard is coming onto the back of Mr. Shoots as well.
Heaton Carp and Sarge are going at it to turn 2 as Heaton Carp goes around the outside. He needs to be careful with that turn 3, the inside curb of turn 3. He's cut that twice now, so I'm assuming if he does it again, he's going to get a penalty. Just needs to be careful.
Check the race director speed.
Let's have a look, shall we? Carp, he has 2 warnings, yeah, the last 2 laps he has cut that.
TR that right on the back of Shard here. Oh, there's a Aston Martin off.
Mr. Old School. He's lost in quite a few positions. He's out of position as well for entrance to turn 9 is impeding the McLaren there. He goes off track, he needs to be careful to make sure he leaves space to Wenlock on the... Ooh. Very close between everybody then, very close, very close. Oh no, Wenlock has hit the back of the
P7. Heaton Carp has lost a load of positions. Clarence up to P6 now. Heaton Carp has left the session apparently. Rookies on boy and Sarge going side by side down into turn 1. DRS is now enabled as well. Stickman and Heaton Carp are now going at it, but it's Heaton Carp's AI.
No, the AI are massively too aggressive on this, and it has been put in the director's notes and the rules that if you leave during a session, you will be subject to penalties that your AI have caused. So if your AI causes a crash, then that'll be put onto you regardless of whether you're driving or not. If it bears your name, you bear the penalty.
So, who we got in the chat? How many viewers have we got? Oh, like on abandon 11 people in the stream watching.
Alonso
is making moves now. He must be back in the session.
He is on soft tyres compared to Alpizzo's mediums there.
Yep.
This is another battle going on. Looks like Rookies on boy and Sarge, who's just got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
3-way look coming into the last chicane actually. Between Carp, Stickman and Shoots.
Could be a 4.
That is coming onto the back end of that. Wenlock is just sitting behind, 2 seconds behind this battle.
Munchie Hinge gets a 3-second penalty for track limits.
Harrison El Pizzle going at it.
Oh, Stickman goes very deep, very deep.
Arash Alonso has to keep El Pizzle off, but El Pizzle's going to have a run. Will he go down the outside? No. Thinks better of it. Who else? There's a lot of battles today. It's hard to keep up with. We'll stay with the 4-way battle for P8. Because Mr. O'Street seems to have pulled away now.
Well, with DRS being enabled, Ducati rider is massively at risk of getting overtaken by
Carp goes
Sarge.
round. Takes TR Dat with him.
Oh, it's TR Dat, and then he causes another crash with Sharad, and Philbo yet again has been in a collision with TR Dat.
People need to start using the maps. It's getting a bit silly now.
Now that will inevitably
Spinning
be
in the middle of the
another
track.
safety car.
Nope.
Oh no, it's just disappeared. It's evicted itself. Yeah, that's definitely a silly move from.
Well, with all of this action, Ernest has put 3.3 seconds between him and Baz in P1.
Well, this is
Sarge's
definitely going
gone to the
quick
back of the
as
Ducati.
there's a Red Bull spun in the pit exit. Al Pizzle spun in the pit exit. Whether he meant to spin in the pit exit or whether he's been spun into the pit exit, I'm not sure. But Sarge and Ducati are going at it, it seems. But their battling's just making Rookie Zomboy catch them up ever quicker and quicker.
Rookie Zomboy needs to start climbing back these positions after taking pole. He's dropped massively down the order. Tyrant is doing pretty well in P6.
Definitely.
What's
George
most surprised
a
me though
penalty.
is the Tier 2 champion is in P8 and he's in no man's land, to be honest. He's 2.4 seconds behind P7 and 4.5 seconds ahead of P9.
However, him and Mr. O'Shoots in 7th and 8th are the highest people that have performed a pit stop, and they're both on hards. So technically, they don't have to pit again.
To the end. Hards.
Wenlock did
go
just
on and on forever.
Wenlock did
Ducati
just
gets
catch
a
the
penalty.
final the wall of champions. As there's a Williams spun. It looks like a lapped Williams. It might be Mucci. It was Mucci.
Tyrant is up in the P6, which is the other Williams. So we'll get rid of the tyres.
So Al Pizzle has had to come into the pits.
Get the interval up. So we'll get the gap from the leader. So the leader will come out. So about 19-20 seconds we're going to say for a pit stop, aren't we?
No, I said probably between 20 and 25.
Well, he'll come
Well, actually, yeah, it might be
behind
about
Wenlock.
20, yeah.
Yeah, there's 19 seconds between P1 and Wenlock, and then 25 seconds between P9 and Stickman and P1. So
There is
we come out
that,
in P8, I
yeah.
imagine.
Also got to see when those mediums that Ernest is on, when they start to fall off. Wenlock's hards will switch on a bit better.
Yeah.
I
Penalties
think
are
at this
flying.
point.
Wenlock moves up a position as Mr. O'Shoots pits. Didn't Shoots? Wasn't he on the hards?
He has
Why
just
did he pit
boxed. Oh, he's held up his teammate.
again? Oh,
Massively.
so apart from, well, actually, everyone's kind of spread out now.
Sherrod and Mr. Old School are
Yeah, and then
looking like they're going for it, and Sarge and Ducati, but other than that, everyone else is pretty well spread out, to be honest. If it's anything like last season, it goes down to the last race, I'm more than happy for that to happen again. Sarge is
Yeah,
really
that's
close. Sarge is
fantastic
really
now.
close down the inside, turn
Gonna go
one.
down the inside.
Well, I mean, championship rather jam pancakes.
Goes around the outside, well, down the inside, then round the outside of Ducati to take P3. Ernest is just
He's dominating this race.
Storming.
He does not give a damn. Let's see if Munchie does get out of his way.
Damage. That's brains.
Depends, I'm not sure. It might just be Ernest's pace, to be honest. Wenlock and Mr. O'Shoots.
Because
Oh, Wenlock's
he
pit.
dropped near enough a second in that first sector.
Let's have a look. Nothing visible
Yeah,
unless he's got
1.2 seconds
floor.
slower than his personal best.
Unless he's got floor damage. Nothing visible on the wings.
We'll go down to Shard, see if we can make a move on Old School. Since everybody pits, this should be an interesting race. Munchie Hinge is back in the pits again.
Oh, they both go really deep. Well, now gets a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits.
Not what he needed.
The reigning champion does not. Well, he's not got off to a good start.
Do you think we'll have another champion this season?
A different champion? I think we'll have a different champion, yeah. Obviously, you can't judge it straight away, to be honest. It looks like Wenlock's just struggling with the car. Whether he's got the wrong setup on or whether he's just not practiced enough.
It is a difficult track to get used to be honest.
It's a difficult track to get used to, and being so used to the way that the old cars drove, because the simulator physics of the old cars were more or less exactly the same throughout. It's definitely a lot harder to get used to that. As Baz is dropping back quite dramatically. He has caught 7/10 on Erdness, so he might be pushing. But Sargent Ducati are also catching Baz. So it looks like Erdness is probably just relaxing to it. It's 52% ERS.
That is getting awfully close. Down P15 to El Pizzle. I'm going to go through the Discord. See who won. There we go.
Oh, Ducati riders around at turn 2.
Will he stay out the way of everybody? He's on the grass. Yep.
I think Esky won last season.
Yeah, so Esky Boy, El Pizzle, then Wenlock, and then Rookie Zomboy. So it was an Aston 1-2, and then a Ferrari 3-4.
Rookie Zomboy is looking to, he's looking to get that same place.
It was last season. Shard.
Oh, Mr. Old School
Shoots.
Sent it, I think, down Mr. Old Shoots.
Wenlock now getting onto the back of Shard. Sets a purple sector 1 apparently. TR that's still stuck behind Pizzle though. 15th.
He did. He's beat the sector 1 by about half a second, to be honest. Wenlock has on those mediums. It looks like these tyres are definitely working better for him as he sends it down the inside of the hairpin. On Sharad. Must have got Sharad unaware. No, it wasn't a collision. He just sent it on the inside and made it stick. To be honest, a very good move.
That is position swapping everywhere.
And he gets DRS down the main straight as well. That's a bit unfair. I think they should move the DRS detection point after the hairpin, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, Shoots loses it out of the last chicane and straight into the pit wall.
He's managed to keep it running, but he is kicking his debris all over the track, and the last thing you want around here is to get a puncture. You'll see if he gets in the way of his teammate or just gets straight out. He gets straight out of the way. Obviously, he knows that he's got damage, and his wings just sat there stranded in there. The Mills Wenlock has just shot past Old School and Sharad. His new medium's working a treat.
The best team at the minute is Haas in 6th and 7th. Both teammates from the top 10.
Nah, Sarge and Mr. Old School are in the top 10,
yeah.
Oh, speaking of, he just goes 3-second penalty. As Tyrant has just
penalties are at.
Caught the wall as Ducati rider after spinning at turn 2 is hunting down our tier 1 commentator. Is he on comms today?
I hope so. I'm not.
Oh no, you're racing. Well, so am I.
Exactly, I've got a pole to grab. Pole to try and get.
Oh, he's saying you're not the only one.
I've got to try and get ahead as much as I can this season.
No, maybe if you
about 3 or 4 races.
Maybe if you don't crash, you'll be alright. Don't go Freddy.
Monty Hinder's retired in the pits. Well done to him.
Obviously, we don't like to see people retiring, but following the rules, that's what I like to see. As Philbo's just got past Mr. Shoot, so he's in the pits.
Oh, never mind.
There is a pretty nice nice bit of action going on between the Red Bull of Rookie Zomboy and then the two in 5th and 6th. It looks like Ducati's going to get past Tyrant at this point.
Yeah,
Tyrant's defending very nicely. Oh, he needs to be careful.
Has that superior straight line speed. Ducati gets another penalty. Tyrant is sitting quite well in P4 now after rookie pits.
Usually gain about 15 or 12 to 15 mile an hour in the same setup situation with DRS down that main straight. Tyrant got to 195, not 100, no, 190. Ducati only got to 198. I mean, 8 mile an hour doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're going this quick, it definitely is. But that straight line speed of the Williams definitely paying off for Tyrant, as he's in 4th place at the moment. Rookie must have pit for new hards. Yeah, he has. He's pit for new hards.
Yeah, he pit.
As Sarge is making his way through some back markers. I think that's O'Shoots that he's just got past. Yes, it is. As O'Shoots shouldn't make it hard for him. But he is able...
nearly loses it.
He is able to unlap himself as long as he does it safely.
What he will be doing is giving Sarge an absolute toe, but then he can get in the way.
He'll be getting in the way for the rest of the lap as he gets
getting
out of the way.
Perfect. That's a very good way of getting out of the way there. And there's nobody. All Ducati riders right.
He has boxed.
He's in the pits.
And this race is definitely going better for Tyrant. Definitely better than pre-season.
Tyrant's doing pretty well.
I think maybe he's focused a bit more on his racing than anything else. Compared to the last game, he was nowhere. In the last game, he was always, I think, out of the top 10. I think he got a top 10 point score twice out of the 23 races.
I really like this track, to be fair. But if this is how Tyrant is going to be this season, then he has got a good shout for the championship.
Potentially, yeah. Depends if Erdness obviously has some pretty big superiority in this case, as Baz has dove into the pits. He's out of the undercut window, so no matter what he does, he's not going to be able to catch Erdness even with a good pit stop. Unless Erdness gets a penalty at any point. But Baz, Tyrant,
you never know.
Stickman, Sherrod, Alonso and Filber are the only people without penalties.
You never know though, because Erdness could miss the braking zone a bit too much into the pits.
He could, yeah.
And then miss the turn-in activation in the pits as well, which make his pit stop even longer. And lose about a second and a half there. I'm
going to stick with Baz on his outlap and see what the gap to the leader looks like. And if Erdness does pit, currently 27.7 seconds, it will drop a little bit because of the tyre warm-up, but as soon as those tyres warm up, to be honest, he should be flying. But even when Erdness pits, Baz's tyres should be more than switched on. He's lost half a second, nearly a full second. It's down to 28.5, but that's just because the hard tyres are cold. As Erdness stays out, Baz's tyres, so actually they should switch on quite well. Where he just needs to pull 5 or 6 seconds as a Red Bull spun of El Pizzle on the exit of turn 2.
So the gap is at 28.6. It's managed to sit about 28.7 now. So I reckon the tyres are going to start switching on about now, I think.
They should switch on. They should switch on in the next 2 laps. It should be good to see, but you'll mainly notice that at the traction zones, it all depends on setups as well.
Yeah.
They're definitely working a lot better. He's just gained 3.5 tenths out of turn 2, and there's a Ducati spun out of the pit lane on them cold, hard tyres. It's Wenlock.
Shard pits. Wenlock is now. So Arash Alonso has been released from the back of Shard. Wenlock is now on the back of Ducati. Ducati lost it at the pits. It was a pretty big gap. So from P1 all the way down to P10 is a minute, minute and 3 seconds.
El Pizzle got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I thought that said Erdness AMG.
Size. So Pizzle must be enjoying today. So we're left with 14 drivers.
Now, Erdnus AMG has pit, but he's got to wait for those tyres to switch on, and they'll lose just as much time as Baz has got his tyres switched on already. See if Erdnus can work through the warm-up phase and see if he can break him in a bit. There was 5.7 seconds between them before they both pitted.
I am sat on board with Wenlock right now. This is right on the back of Ducati.
Baz is catching up to Erdnus quite quickly, to be honest, now that his tyres are actually like switched on quite nicely, but he has lost 4 seconds overall in the pit stops. There were 5 seconds before, it's 8.8 now.
Right past Ducati.
Not in a place that I would have thought you'd overtake somebody, to be honest. It looks like he overtook him on the outside of turn 7.
No, I'm sat on board with him. I think Ducati just got out of the way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad then.
So I think Ducati must be just thinking he's going to try and run his own race and not get in the way of any drivers on faster tyres behind him.
Now, the interesting thing about where Erdnus is now is the driver in front of him is Tyrant Balrog in 2nd place. He will have to fight to get past him. Was the yellow flag of Wenlock's crashed.
out.
That could be a safety car. It more than likely will be a safety car. Yes, it will. I think Tyrant and Sarge will take this opportunity to pit. It's worked out perfectly for Sarge.
Yep. Sarge could win this now. See what. Let's go switch over to tyres. We don't need the interval anymore. Just switch to just seeing the tyres. Sarge and Tyrant were both on 20 lap old mediums. Erdnus has just switched to the hards. As my TV is going to try and turn itself off in German.
Why in German?
I don't know, my kid switched it to German.
Why can't you turn it back?
I don't have a TV control.
I don't read German.
So, while that is actually happening, I'm going to stick on an ad break.
Tyrant and Sarge have both pit. Sarge is on the softs.
Never mind, an ad recently ran, so I can't do that. But, what we're
Tyrant
do,
is going
actually,
onto the softs as well.
Ooh, come on, Tyrant.
Looks like he's going to get out in P5. He'll get out in 5th.
I would love to see Tyrant on the podium.
On the podium after such a bad season last year. Yeah,
if you
seeing
look
him on the
at
podium
penalties
is
as
definitely
well.
very good. Yeah, that's true. Baz could potentially challenge for the win here.
But how many warnings does Baz have?
I don't believe he has any. Let's just have a look, shall we? He has two.
Tyrant
He does have
actually as
2.
well.
Baz has 2. Tyrant has 2. So they've got to take it nice and easy. If it's anything like me at Miami yesterday, I got both of my warnings in the first 2 laps.
One of them ones you get a rhythm going and you're sweet. And then safety car buggers it up and you end up getting a penalty under the safety car. That's my speciality.
So it's never
tyre
nice to get a
situation.
penalty under the safety car because there's obviously nothing to do about it this season.
Toyota Dat seems to have pit again for hard tyres. So he's gone to fresh hards.
Now with them going this slow, those hard tyres are going to take so much longer to activate during that restart, but these softs are going to turn on almost instantly, maybe like turn 3 or 4.
I think they were a bit unlucky with the fact that they were on mediums already. Because I think mediums would have been the perfect tyre to go on now.
Ducati rider gets 5-second penalty. Now we are waiting for Arash Alonso, Stickman, Mr. Old School, Phil Botiadat, Sharon, and Mr. O'Shoots. Our Mr. O'Shoots is the lap car in the pack already.
Who do you think is going to win now?
It's definitely close. I reckon it'll be between I don't think
Did you go take
Sarge,
penalties into account?
as good as Sarge is, I don't think he'll be able to pull that 6 seconds to Baz. And as long as Baz keeps it nice and clinical, I've raced against Baz in other leagues, and he is damn quick, and he's really consistent with keeping tyres on pace. He's also unbelievably good at defending. I raced him around Zandvoort last year, or last game, sorry, in the last game in a different league, and he managed to keep me behind on old. Well, we both pit the same time. I pit for hards, he pit for mediums. I managed to keep with him on the hards, and my hards were loads quicker because his mediums had dropped off, and he managed to keep me behind him for 7 laps around Zandvoort. I mean, it's Zandvoort, so I'm not particularly surprised because it's a very difficult track to overtake at. Saying that, this is a pretty difficult track to overtake at, to be honest. All you need is a good exit and some DRS down into turn 13. Not much you can really do if you get a good exit out of unless you get a good exit out of the chicane, and then out of turn 7 into turn 8 in sector 2, and even up to the hairpin, do a George Russell lap. There's not really many overtaking places here, to be honest. You can't really overtake somebody around the corners because of how narrow the track is. Mind you, this track is 40 years old, give or take, so I'm not surprised it's that narrow.
Just did a massive ping in Discord so we can get as many people watching this as possible, because I think this is going to be a very exciting end to the race.
And it looks like
I do hope
Stickman has caught that 36-second gap that he had before he was able to catch the pack.
what I do hope is we don't have another big spin and pile up.
Let's hope so.
That is the only issue.
So.
Is that showered all the way on the other side of the track?
Yes, it is. But it might wait for him. It might not.
I don't think it will.
If it does, it'll be silly.
He was doing such a good race. He looks like he pit for softs, and that's why he's got that huge gap. But he was doing so well.
Safety car in this lap.
So Sharad has bobble chance of getting in any positions, to be honest. He's miles behind.
37 seconds behind. With Sharon. Sit on board with Sharon.
We will go and sit on board with Ernest. We won't go cockpit, we'll literally have broadcast.
I'm gonna stay on with Tyrant for now, just to see whereabouts he can.
Ernest is gone.
As he can pull, he's catching everybody off guard with that. He's done a Jamie Chadwick.
Sarge on them soft tyres.
Oh, Tyrant Barrow gets a
3-second
penalty.
He's going to challenge him into turn 1.
Straight away, straight
down
through.
The inside, takes the lead. Tyrant Barrow with the penalty as well.
Now all he needs is for Baz to get a penalty, and then he can really battle. But at this point, Erdness has just got another 3-second penalty.
We need to put interval on. Right, Philbo, after all the little collisions. Oh, he's sat in P10 behind Mr. Old School.
Oh, Tyrant gets a brilliant exit.
Let's go back up to Tyrant actually. See if we can challenge the pole sitter. Philbo gets past and
oh, we had to back out of that then as Rookie just had a little bit of a kick out from the rear.
With that straight line speed and the traction on them softs, I reckon he's got a great
he tapped Rookie's on boy there. Maybe Rookie was going a little bit too slow through there, but with the
on board with Tyrant C. Straight line speed that he has.
So Rookie's on boys just hit 190, and without ERS, Tyrant's at 200. Straight line speed on that Williams is absolutely outrageous. Aston Martin, Aramco, Cognizant Formula 1 team. That's a mouthful and a half.
I know.
So does he see something up the inside of turn 2? I think everybody's in a little bit of a battle now, to be honest.
Get back up close to Baz and use them softs to his advantage. Sarge is flying ahead with them. Ooh! Ducati smacks the wall. And he's dropped all the way down to P11.
Oh, there's a Mr. O'Shoots, I believe, is around as well. He's a lapped car though. He is a lapped car.
Yeah, he's just getting out of the way of everybody.
Okay,
Very well done.
It's very good of him, very good of him. Now, if Tyrant runs this really well, he can go quite deep into this corner, get a better exit as Rookie tries to defend the inside, as I can get the traction down into the circuit. He's got really bad exit around the
It's a bit closer this time, I think.
He is a little bit, yeah.
But I think he's just biding his time with the DRS, and then he's like a slingshot himself close to the P3.
Definitely, but the longer he waits, the longer those tyres will fall off.
Exactly, DRS is enabled. So we will have a look. Philbo is the closest out the pack. Never mind, TR Dat, actually, is right on the back of Mr. Old School in P9.
There is a yellow flag as they've retired in the pits.
Retires in the pits. That's understandable. Ducati riders in the pits to get a new wing. And he's putting the soft tyres on. And he's also getting rid of that penalty.
Now, for position, Tyrant has to get past Rookie, and with the DRS and ERS, I reckon he can shoot through. Nearly hit 200 mile an hour before the braking zone, turn 8.
Jesus. Philbo is on the back of Arash Alonso, but we'll go back up to Tyrant as they're coming up to the hairpin now.
I reckon he can get potentially 210 in top
is that
speed.
A red
it's
light
ridiculous.
flashing for Tyrant?
No, it's
No,
not.
he has the ERS. Let's see if that rocket ship.
There it is, 205, I think he hit. 205.
He is going to challenge, I think.
Oh, better exit. Oh, he
one.
just needs a little bit more confidence through there, a little bit more confidence. Kick it in on the left-hand side, he might have been able to challenge him down into turn 1. It looks like Sarge has managed to pull that 6-second gap out of Baz. Baz is still in
I'm not going to lie, even
P2.
P5 is quite good for Tyrant, saying he was at the back of the pack at the start of the day.
He was, yeah, he's made up quite a few positions. As see how many he's made
goes
up.
down the inside of Stickman.
Yeah, Tyrant Barrow got up
Losing
11
P8.
positions from P11. Not P11, sorry, P16.
He's got a good exit here, he's got a good exit here.
It's still not enough.
No,
It's still not enough.
Close enough, but this all getting a lot closer for this next section. Ooh, that's a bit wide.
Sarge is just having a nice
Takes a
little
really wide line.
Does it
And
give him a
slingshots
better
off.
exit?
Rookie makes a
Rookie has a
mistake.
little bit of a kick from the rear end. Tyrant still will get DRS.
Side by side with DRS though, and that straight line speed just sees him fly past. Makes it 3 seconds to Baz. I think everybody can agree that we're all
Tyrant
supporting
Barrow.
Tyrant at this minute.
He'll probably be our driver of the day. He's left his ERS. He's left his
P7.
ERS button on. Probably could do a turn on that off, because if he puts too much power down on the exit, if that recharges, it can rip him right round, and he does not want that this late on. Oh,
He's just put a couple tenths. Just taking a couple tenths off Baz there in that first sector.
yeah, I think Baz is
See how
definitely
he does.
Baz is struggling with them tyres now.
No ERS though for Tyrant. He's used all of it.
He has got it stuck on. His ERS button is still on.
But Rookie has no ERS either.
And so he gets another
2.8 seconds between.
3-second penalty. Ducati rider with the fastest lap in P12.
But he is last of the runners. For saying we've had 8 people retire from the race, this has been a really good race, to be fair.
Yeah, it's been very good, very good. There we go, Tyrant's turned his ERS button
About
off.
five laps to go, and I've only just realised I never changed the volume.
Yeah, that was in qualifying.
Oops.
That was qualifying.
I know. This has been a really interesting race, to be honest. And we have just under an hour till Tier 1 starts, so we've got plenty of time for a bit of practice after this. So Tyrant gains all the time here, and then he lost a lot of it on the hairpin.
I think it's confidence out of corners. I think that's where his main problem is. Confidence out of corners and confidence in battling.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's been a fucking stellar performance. He's up 12 places from his start. I mean, he qualified P16, and I was thinking to myself, maybe he might not have a chance with anything here, to be honest. But if you look at the interval and then the penalties, oh, somebody's ran into one. That's showering.
See if he's all right.
Look at the penalty interval. Tyrant is still set on to. Oh no, he isn't. No, he isn't. Never mind.
Let's have a look.
He's not set on to get a podium. No, he needs to gain.
He's
a
9
second.
seconds behind the leader.
He needs to get 1 second.
He's 9 seconds.
Oh no, he's just got another penalty. He's just got another penalty.
Never mind.
If he'd have gained a second in the next 4 laps, that would have been him in 3rd place. But 4th place is still really good, considering where he was last season and where he qualified.
It wouldn't have been a podium for him because he was 9 seconds behind the leader.
He was 9 seconds behind the leader, yeah.
Yeah, but Erdness still has another 6 seconds penalty. Like, I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't explain it. Quick maths. But everyone's kind of evened out now. So.
Yeah, he was 9 seconds behind the leader. Erdness is 3 seconds behind the leader. That's 6 seconds. So if he'd have gained a second...
What we're not talking about... Hold on. What we're not talking about is the fact Baz is 8/10 off winning this race.
He is, yeah. Them soft tyres, well, they might be dying, to be honest.
Yep. He's gaining and gaining, slowly.
This is going to be a good nice end. If he can keep it on, if he can keep it between the white lines, perfect. He has just lost a couple of tenths through that chicane. But in the traction zones, that looks like the hard tyres, to be honest. Oh, let's see if Sharad stays out of the way.
Bit of a difficult exit there.
Difficult exit. It's also going to be difficult for Sharad considering he's just picked the soft tyres, and the soft tyres are going to be miles quicker than the hards that Baz is on. All Baz can hope for now is if Sarge gets another penalty or he makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Rocky's Envoy is on the back of Tyrant again.
Oh, somebody's round. That looks like it might be Sharad slowing down. Baz has just got a penalty.
He could still get P2.
He is still in the run for P2. He just has to keep it on the track. Not
5 second gap between. As long as the kids are below 5 seconds between him and Ermus, then he's got P2. The only one without penalties are
Stickman.
Rusty Stickman and Shad, and Tyrant has now been demoted down to P5 again.
Who'd you say? Someone Stickman and...
Stickman and Shad.
Oh, I thought you said Rusty. I was going to say, who the fuck's Rusty?
Rusty.
Yeah, who the fuck's that? Stickman's always been very consistent though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyrant must have made a mistake. He's just been overtaken by Rookie's Envoy.
No, down the back straight, the DRS. Rookie's Envoy flew past him.
No, but he was 1.5 seconds ahead. I don't. How has he lost that much time?
Is Tyrant gaining that DRS? Tyrant has got a good chunk of DRS.
He has. He's pulled the DRS right back, hasn't he? Yeah, he's just farming a little bit.
He must be just trying to focus to get the last lap pass. Everybody loves a last pass.
Last lap pass. I know what you mean.
A last lap pass.
Yeah, during a practice race for pre-season in another league that I race in, I was racing against another driver, very good driver. We went wheel to wheel through Miami for 11 laps, and I saw that I could potentially... Sarge must have made a mistake. He was 4 seconds ahead, and now he's only 1.7.
Baz seems to drop. He is only 4 tenths away from losing that chance at P2. That freaks me out there. Erdness living in South Africa is just horrible because the Wi-Fi is terrible. You just went straight to the barrier for me and I thought you didn't.
Now I think Sarge's tyres have gone off completely. Baz only needs to gain 1.4 seconds. As Erdness gets another penalty, that drops him down,
so
I believe,
that is going to be
Where will that drop him to? That might drop him down to 4.
Hold on. So he could hang on for P3. Could. No, he will hang. He'll hang on for P3 because of the penalties.
It depends if Rookie gains any time in this final lap.
Tyrant is out for DRS. Rocky Zumbo, so Rocky Zumbo is just flying off now.
Those soft tyres of Sarge must have gone off because he's now
He's used all of his ERS.
8 tenths.
So Rocky Zumbo makes a mistake.
Oh, Erdness made a mistake.
Erdness is in full send mode on this last lap. He's within a second of Sarge.
Yeah, I think Sarge is just nursing those soft tyres now. See just how much more traction Erdness has coming out of that corner.
Yeah, these softs are definitely dying. His Tyrant's struggling now to try and close up to the rookies on board.
Just in the braking zone
And
through the corners,
Philbo.
he's just gained 3 tenths.
Philbo is only a second off Tyrant. He's going to get DRS down the back straight.
Philbo has had an absolutely...
Shocking race.
It's not necessarily shocking, it's more or less just unlucky.
Good recovery.
Well, it looks like Erdness is going to go for a move on Sarge on the final lap. Oh no, he's not going to go for a move. I think he's accepted his fate at this point, to be honest. But that lift might have cost him a little bit more few positions.
Well, Sarge crosses the line in P1, Erdness in P2. Baz will take P3.
Baz will take P2.
Baz will take P2 after that. Philbo is right on the back of Tyrant there. There's only like 3 tenths behind him, I think. That is a pretty good end to the race. TR Dak crossed the line at 7th, but I have a feeling I'll be bumped down to 8th after this. Arash Alonso, yep. Stickman will...
Oh, he loses out on the
with no
P7 by a very small margin, maybe
54
50,000. Yeah.
I am going to cook some bacon after this, I think, and do a little bit of practice.
Bacon sounds pretty good, to be honest. I'm not making a bacon sandwich myself.
Big fat... Oh, I'm not even having a bacon sandwich, I'm having a bacon wrap. Got 10 slices of bacon, 5 in each wrap with a bit of Southwest sauce.
I need some sriracha in there, to be honest. Who would you put as your driver of the day?
My driver of the day is Tyrant.
Oh, definitely.
Far. Yeah, by far it'll be Tyrant. And with the app that we use for the standings, with that being updated now, I can actually do the standings tonight, and if any penalties are given, there's Arava in the crowd. Big Arava in the crowd.
I've got Matt Margaret.
Right, so the grid order, all of them penalties. Holy God. We'll wait for them all to clear and I can screenshot. Dun, 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 dun. Both McLarens did not finish.
Good show.
Alfa Romeo didn't even get in the points after that either. But every other team seemed to have gone in the points. So McLaren and Alfa Romeo will have no points after the round 1, but the rest of the teams will have some points on the board.
I think there is the one missing. Ferrari.
Haas and
Mercedes.
Haas and Mercedes are the only ones to get both drivers in the top 10 as well. And Ducati managed to take that fastest lap and then take P10. So
2 points done as well.
Out of that. Exactly. That was quite a good race. It was a bit of a mess at the start, but
a little bit of a mess at the start. Definitely a good way to start the season off strong.
Right, well, we'll end the stream here. We'll put the trailer for our league that I made up, and then I'll stick a little bit of information for the days we race. If you would like to join, please shoot myself a message, the big grumpy OP that you see in the lineup there. But yeah, there should be a link as well. Anything else to say, Ian?
Nothing apart from that. Was a pretty decent race, to be honest.
Exactly.
I can't complain at that one.
Well, congratulations to Sarge for the win, and then Bazbrain's taken P2 and Ernest in P3. We'll get a driver of the day vote up very soon. But until then, we'll see you for Tier 1 in about half an hour time. Good